recording thing.
Okay.
If you want to take it off. Usually it shows up on there. Thank you.
Clear guidance and community service to help maintain focus on achieving long-term.
Josh, Cody, just do the same thing. Raise your hand. I'll call on you. If you can hear me. Can you hear me? Okay.
Nick, we're still connected, right?
Yeah, you're still good.
Okay. The internet fell out. I just wanted the port came out. I just wanted to make sure.
No, I can still see your face, unfortunately.
I feel your pain.
All right, guys, before coach gets started here, just remember, just use the raise your hand. I'll call on you guys, all right?
Okay, guys, we've got Coach Bowl here. We'll put a mic on him and then we'll get started.
Okay, first of all, we knew it was going to be a close ball game. Came down to one possession there. There's certainly some things that we did better in the game, but we weren't big enough to meet the moment. San Jose's a good football team. I think they're disappointed coming from a Mountain West Conference championship last year. I talked to their head coach for the game, but their players played hard. I thought their quarterback made some spectacular running plays, and we knew he was going to be a weapon. We're really disappointed, but I thought our guys' effort as far as staying in the fight and believing, our defense came up with a stop. We certainly didn't protect the passer very well, although defensive linemen typically know you're gonna throw the ball a bunch there at the end. But back and forth during the course of a game, and we've got to get better. There's some positive things out of this game, but nonetheless, we came up with a loss. So questions.
Ryan, go ahead and start us off.
Craig, obviously, X got loose today. The running game got going. Levi had a couple touchdowns. Is this something you can build off, or is it just the disappointment of losing 4 in a row is something you got to just get the guys motivated again
Right.
and keep their heads up?
Well, I really appreciate that. I addressed that in the locker room because, the thing that we had fight, and we did make some progress. I mean, their defensive front's a good front. They've got some good skill players, and we can't commiserate about the loss. Certainly, we've got to improve, and like I said, talk about some things where we need to be big enough to meet the moments. But the effort and the resolve is there. I've got to coach them up better. Got to encourage them a little bit more, and then put ourselves in better position. I think sometimes we'll look at the tape and we'll gnash our teeth because of some lack of execution here or there. But by and large, I thought our guys played hard. They're a good team. I knew they were going to be difficult to beat here. And we're going to encourage them. We got a big game this next week, and I think we all know how big a game that is. And so we'll hop on this plane, get back home, lick our wounds, and get ready to play Colorado State.
Cody, go ahead.
Craig, what did you think of Levi's performance today, and is he your quarterback going forward?
Mm-hmm. I always look at the tape, Cody. There's some things I thought that Levi did well to maybe not the naked eye. There were some things within the running game that he put us in and out of some really good plays, some really good decisions. I thought he ran the ball hard. He made it, obviously threw the deep ball really well. I think certainly the short passing game needs to improve. I don't know what our numbers were. I know we had 400 yards offense, but, I think some of the intermediate passing game has got to improve, and we'll work on that. And so, we made a predetermined decision to play him. I wanted him to have the confidence that, he wasn't going to, get replaced. But, the interceptions are not only drive killers, but it's very difficult to beat teams on the road by doing that. He's got to learn from that, and I'm sure he will.
Josh, go ahead.
The offense got started off slow and then really got going there in the second half. It seemed like. What was your guys' biggest adjustment on the offensive side at halftime?
Well, we made a couple things in this side running game. We really got that going, and I know, maybe some teams would have gotten away from the run, but that was going to be our big advantage, and it was proving to be very successful. I thought their defensive linemen's pads got high. We were starting to knock people off the line of scrimmage, and the backs were finding some holes. We made a couple slight adjustments, but more than anything else, just staying diligent and staying with the running game was going to give us our best chance to win.
Cody, go ahead.
Greg, it seems like you guys really got it going a little bit when you went up tempo. Is that an answer for this offense? And I don't know if you just didn't forget or you're just not going to say if Levi is the quarterback going forward.
Well, I purposely avoided that question. I'm going to be frank with you. I want to look at the tape before we go. I think so. I'll stand on that. I can understand why you asked that. Understand why I gave you the answer I did. As far as the up tempo, what did occur there was we were able to begin to dent them in the running game, and when we were able to not substitute and go right back to the line of scrimmage, we had softened that front up. They couldn't substitute, and that's what really gave us some ability. I think there's times that it can be good, but what really made it successful was I thought that our pad level was lower than their pad level, and that allowed us to get some gains. And so I'm cautious to say, okay, we're going to be a upbeat, fast tempo team, if you're not being able to do something successful. And so it was good. It worked. I think it did give us a shot to win, and it was not enough.
Ryan, go ahead.
All right, it says I have low bandwidth, so I'll give it a shot, Craig. The defense gave you guys a chance with some stops there, but gave up the long touchdown, obviously, on 3rd and long, and didn't get a turnover. Just your assessment of their play.
Mm-hmm. I thought there were times during this game, Ryan, that we played pretty well because I think San Jose's got some skilled players, but we were off. There were some missed assignments, certainly some tackling was not where it needed to be. I think there was some schematics that we had to make some adjustments on, but not near as consistent as what we had played on defense. And so I'll look at the tape, but from my vantage point on the sideline, and then just the output had not been where it had been. I think we need to credit San Jose some, but we certainly can play better on defense.
Josh, go ahead.
Seemed like the wind was really blowing there coming from the north end of the stadium. Is that something that you guys had to factor in throughout that third quarter?
Yeah, I did not think, maybe it's because I was down on the sideline, but I really didn't think the wind was really much of a factor. Quite frankly, at the beginning part of the game, I was more concerned about the sun. I know a lot of people will ask, well, why do you always defer? Well, with the sun, you don't want to be trying to catch a punt in the sun. And so this is some of our logic there. But, Josh, maybe we're so used to wind in Wyoming. I think if the wind would ever stop in Wyoming, everybody'd fall down. I mean, I think we're used to wind. And so it wasn't really a factor.
Go ahead.
Craig, I don't know if morale is the right word or not, but what is it like in the locker room right now? The guys still up?
To say they're up, Cody, I think would be a real misjudgment. I mean, they're really disappointed. They're hurting. And that's not only young people, but that's coaches as well. If this game doesn't disappoint you, then you're really not much of a competitor. However, my sense, if you're saying, okay, is this football team going to get so down that they're not going to come out and fight? Like, I thought we played hard today. We can play smarter. And I'm confident that we'll do that. But once again, that's all part of our leadership group. It's all part of my role as a head football coach that, we take 24 hours, we methodically go through this tape and then get ourselves ready to play the Rams.
All right, guys, you got any more questions for Coach?
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Greg.
Rubber rings and other small bags.
Okay, guys, go ahead. We got Levi.
Levi, can you assess your play today? How do you feel like you did out there?
I don't feel like I played very well. You know, those 2 turnovers were really bad and really costly, and frustrating for me. It's just, me trying to make a play when there's not one to be made, when I can just eat the ball, and those are on me. And this loss, I feel like, is on me. Points came out of those turnovers, and we were close there at the end, but I blame this loss on me.
Levi, the offense seemed to get some momentum there in the second half. Did you kind of feel yourself getting a bit of a rhythm there whenever you guys went up tempo there in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, we got a pretty good rhythm. Yeah, we just got into rhythm. We ran the ball really well. We were hitting some quick stuff, which was good. Getting the ball out of my hand, but yeah.
Levi, despite the turnovers and trailing virtually the whole game, I mean, you guys got the ball back with a chance to maybe pull it out like the Cardiac Cowboys from earlier in the season. How disappointing was that, I guess, just that the pressure was there and you guys couldn't finish the thing?
It's extremely disappointing. We got a lot of guys, and we got a lot of super seniors on this team that I felt like I let down, and we're really frustrated. But at the end of the day, give glory to God. We got an opportunity to play. Even though we didn't win, He's the reason that we're out here playing and we get the opportunity. So.
Levi, do you feel like up tempo is the way to get out of this funk a little bit?
Not sure. I need to look at the tape. I'll be watching it on the plane. But like I said, I don't feel like our offense did bad. I feel like I just put us in a really deep hole with those 2 turnovers. Pressing too much and trying to do too much. So it's on me.
Levi, can you see this as a learning experience? I mean, did you draw anything out of this that you can go back and look at and say, this is what I've learned?
100%. We all got to learn from this. I got to learn from this. And even though our record isn't great right now, we're still a hungry team, and we relish the opportunity to play, and we're gonna keep getting better. And that's all we can do is just keep getting better. So.
Is there a particular issue that you want to focus on more than another, or just general stuff?
Just general stuff. I mean, talk about the beginning of the game. I missed 2 hitches just because wasn't in rhythm. I missed high, and that's on me. I got to complete those. That's 1st and 10, looking at 2nd and 4 or 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5. And I just missed those. Those are huge parts of the game. And like I said, I just feel like I let everyone down.
You guys got any more for Levi? All right. Thank you, Levi.
Thanks.
Thank you, Levi.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Looks like we got Rome here. Looks like he's all set to go. Cody, go ahead, start us off.
Rome, just how frustrating was it to see your offense finally get some points, and then San Jose State just comes right down and answers? How tough was that?
I mean, it's always frustrating when we give up a touchdown. We got to be better on our end. We can't control what our offense does. They did good today, but we just got to do better.
How difficult is it going up against a mobile quarterback like Nash, where you can have him stop for a loss in the backfield and he just breaks off a 30-yard run?
Yeah, he did a lot of running around today. He's a good athlete, so I give him his props. But, at the end of the day, when we're there to make a play, we got to be able to make that.
Rome, you guys were so good at turning the ball over during the first 3 games of the year. Is it just one of those things where it comes in bunches, or what do you guys need to do to get that going again?
Yeah, we talked about that as a team last week or a couple of weeks ago. Coach Bull showed us that our turnovers were going down since the beginning of the year. And I think that's really we just got to keep doing our job. We can't try to go out there and force something, because then that will allow us to give up even bigger plays. So we just have to keep going and let them come to us.
Rome, what is the locker room like right now? I know guys are obviously down, but do you feel like these guys can still get it going and turn this thing around?
Yeah, no doubt. I think we have a lot of good leadership in our room. I feel like we've been real positive even through these last 4 games. And I think that's really the key. We got to just allow positivity. We can't keep our heads down, because that won't let anything good come from it.
You guys got any more questions for Rome, Tracy?
I'm just going to ask Rome, do you think be some more emotion and some more drive with Colorado State coming into War Memorial next weekend?
Oh, most definitely. We try to go out there and win every game. But with this team, the border war next week, this gonna be we'll be ready.
All right, anything else for Rome? You guys good? All right, thank you, Rome.
Thanks, Rome.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
All right, guys, looks like we got Chad coming up. Josh, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
Hey, Chad, looking out there, it seemed like a lot of missed tackles. Would you agree that that was the biggest issue for the defense, or what was the biggest thing plaguing you guys?
No, definitely. I mean, they got a lot of extra yards on those missed tackles. Kind of in that second quarter, I feel like we were just missing a lot of tackles, and they were just able to keep on driving down the field. So that definitely hurt us. But I think a little bit was that, a little bit of blown coverages here and there.
Chad, how frustrating is it to, your offense finally get something going and then San Jose just answers?
Yeah, no, I thought our offense responded really well today. I mean, I feel like they put us in the position at the end of the game to be able to even keep it close. And I thought that was great by the offense. And I think that, with those explosive plays that San Jose's offense had, I think that kind of really, it was just a couple plays here and there that really were the game-changing plays that we should have done better on as a defense.
Chad, this has obviously been a very strange season with you guys going 4-0 and now 0-4 in the Mountain West. What do you think is going to happen these last 4 games? What do you sense the mood of the team is, which direction it wants to go in?
Right. No, I think after every single loss, the mood of the team has been good. Each week that's something you kind of are worried about when you go into the week. Like how are we going to respond after this loss? And I thought that, this team is different than any other team I've been on. I think that we all are just bonded together, and I couldn't tell you what specifically is that reason, but I think that, we all respond well and we all have good energy throughout the week. I think we're going to respond good after this.
Being from Colorado, more incentive with next Saturday?
Say again.
Being from Colorado, is there more incentive with next Saturday?
I think it's the same every week when you kind of go into it and you're preparing, but it's the border war. I mean, it's always going to be a tough, hard fought game. I think that guys always realize that no matter how the season's going for either team. And so I think that, we're going to have to prepare hard for this week. CSU is looking pretty good. They've done some things, and, I think it's going to be a good game, and I think we're all looking excited for it.
I'm sure you weren't surprised by Nick Nash and what he could do at the quarterback spot running the ball today, but seeing it live, was he even more impressive?
Yeah, it was impressive. He was faster than what we thought going into the game. Originally on film, we weren't too sure about his speed. We knew he was elusive in the pocket and that he could scramble and run well. We just weren't sure about his speed. I think he really showed it today and did a good job of it.
Anything else more for Chad, guys? All right, thank you. That's all we got,
Thanks, guys.
guys. Thank you.